Iran says it has reached an understanding with the US on the main guiding principles for a deal to avoid conflict. The Omani-mediated talks were aimed at averting the possibility of US military intervention to curb Iran's nuclear program weeks after thousands were killed in mass demonstrations. Speaking at indirect talks in Geneva, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi cleared that progress does not mean an agreement will be reached soon.
This does not mean that we can reach an agreement quickly, but at least the path has started. We hope that this will be done as soon as possible, and we are prepared to spend enough time on it. However, when it comes to drafting the text, the work becomes a bit more difficult and detailed.
In Washington, US Vice President JD Vance said talks went well in some ways. In an interview with Fox News, he said he spoke to US envoy Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner earlier in the day about negotiations with Iran. Vance said US made it clear where its red lines are, including blocking Iran from gaining a nuclear weapon. The US Vice President warned that while they would prefer a diplomatic solution, all options were on the table.
Announcements today. I think the president has a lot of options. We do have a very powerful military. The president's shown a willingness to use it. He also has a remarkable diplomatic team. He's shown a willingness to use that too. And so
Washington has ordered 2 aircraft carriers to the region as it piles on pressure. The first, the USS Abraham Lincoln, with nearly 80 aircraft, was positioned about 700 kilometers from the Iranian coast. As of Sunday, its location puts at least a dozen US F-35s and F-18 fighter jets within striking distance. A second carrier was dispatched over the weekend. Iran has also sought to display its military might, with its Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps beginning a series of war games in the Strait of Hormuz to prepare for potential security and military threats. Iranian state media on Tuesday reported a partial and temporary closure of the Strait of Hormuz.